Well, good day, Northlight. It is wonderful to be with you again, and it's time just to start featuring some of the ministries we have at church. So I'm here with Fee and Malcolm, who each run the ESL, the Easy English classes that we do at St Matt's and at All Saints, and we thought we'd just have a chat with them about how the ministry's gone and is going now that we're back, if you like, from COVID. So tell us, how did your ministries fare over the last year with all the shutdowns and COVID and so on?
Well, we've had ups and downs with COVID. We've had Zoom classes, back to class, Zoom classes again. It was pretty hard when we first started Zoom, but actually ended up being fantastic because we had students who came from Thailand, people who'd gone back to their home countries and were able to join us again on Zoom. So our classes actually expanded in numbers on Zoom, which was fantastic. Now coming back to class this year has been a little bit harder because it's just people are off all the time with children, if they've got school-aged children who inevitably get COVID. But we're battling on, and we are still getting those who come are really appreciating it, so that's good.
How did you go?
Yeah, not unlike Fiona, we've just the same sort of challenges. We were doing beautifully until COVID hit last year, about the middle last year, and then with COVID we had to move to Zoom, so you lost a lot of students. We've stayed with Zoom up until about 2 weeks ago when we came back to the hall, and with Zoom you found that a lot of the parents were looking after their children, so they couldn't join us on Zoom, or the partner was using the computer or something like that. But yeah, I'm keen, we're back at the hall, and I'm keen to build that up again, and we're running almost straight into the end of the school holidays, but straight after that I want to get back to try and really build up those numbers again.
Build it again.
Yeah.
So you've already mentioned a little bit about how it's going, but what's it like for your students? How are they finding it being back? Do they appreciate it? Are they struggling? Tell us their stories.
Well, we've had an amazing term, even though we have had fewer numbers. We have had students who have painted beautiful artworks to decorate our learning space. We've had students who have left, unfortunately, but have also sent beautiful letters back to show their appreciation, not only for learning English, but also for the community that they've experienced through ESL. Also, we've had students who come to our Bible study that we have before our formal classes start. And one lady particularly who's been a Christian, she says, for a long time, but she said she had an apparition and in one of the classes, and said the Holy Spirit moved in her, and now she is on fire for Jesus, and it's so wonderful to see. She's inviting everyone along to ESL, and it's like little things like that just are absolute joyful.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I think there's very similar, that actually the students really do like getting back and sharing time with you. That's one thing that really stands out a mile, and there's just one student was there talking today how wonderful it was just to be back in the hall, and she was talking about we used the PowerPoint presentation on a big screen, and she was just saying just how great it is, and to be part of those lessons again, those type of lessons.
You run yours differently. Yours is all together, and you've got different kinds of classes. What do the students say is the benefit of this? Why are we doing this?
Well, sometimes they have no idea actually. Sometimes they can come for quite a few years before they realise that, oh, you're doing this because you're not paid for it, because you actually like to teach us and you like to share Jesus' good news with us. So some of them are particularly surprised by that, which is fantastic. And then you get other students who are just so thankful for the community, and they're just so affected by the love that is with the community, and they are appreciative of everything we do. Can I quickly read a little excerpt from a letter that someone sent? It goes on a little bit, but I'll just highlight the bit. It says, remember your bushwalking, teaching, caring and happy Bible time. You always waited for us and supported us with warm eyes. I learned something more meaningful from you than English. I'll remember you at St Matt's at West Pymble Church, no matter wherever I go. which is wonderful.
Wonderful. You've touched that person beautifully.
Yeah,
And that's
she's such us.
that's a common thing that comes out from
Yeah.
the students. You regularly get an email or you get a note or something like that, or they'll give you a present. They'll come up and give you a present and just say thank you for being such a loving person and sharing the time with us. It's a lot more than English. ESL
Yes.
is a lot more than English. It's a matter of them meeting people in the community and getting to know people that are Australians. And one of them was asking about idioms today, and they were saying there's so many idioms in the community, and I guess we don't even think about it, but they do, because they come across it.
So you're loving them and you're serving them.
Oh,
this is
sure.
Northlight Loves.
This is Northlight Loves in action.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
And it really is. It really, for yourself too. It's inspiring. You walk away, you feel,
You feel good because you've served.
You
yeah.
feel fantastic. Yeah.
Okay, for the whole church, the thing we should pray for this ministry and for your team, because you've both got help. It's not just the two of you, you've got teams, and we thank God for them. But what are we praying as a church?
I think mainly for our team that we stay focused on why we're doing it. It is wonderful to be able to teach English, but that is not our main focus. We're teaching English because we love, and keeping that as our central focus would be fantastic for all our teachers and helpers. And secondly, for our students, that they feel confident to invite their friends as well. Sometimes culturally they feel like they don't want to do that, but it'd be lovely for them to be able to feel confident that this is a good thing to invite their friends to. So that'd be fantastic to get more people in the community feel loved as well.
Yeah, and I think we're really aiming for that next term. I really need to build up the numbers, and we actually get a large percentage of the numbers come from the students inviting their friends, or they come along. But I also want, as far as our church, I want certainly I want prayer, but I also would like some assistance. I want to do some house drops with letterbox drops, and I want to look at virtually every other opportunity we can find, because we have, just in our local community, 18% of the people in this local area just around us come from overseas, and a large percentage of those are from the Asian countries like China and also South Korea, and that. So we very much,
is huge.
the opportunity is enormous, and we should be inviting those people into our church, and there's no better opportunity than for us to reach out through ESL, get to know people, and then invite them to church. And we have several at the moment at church who've come from ESL.
So that's another prayer point, that the invitation keeps coming.
Certainly, for certainly.
All Saints Tuesdays at the lower hall
At 10 a.m.
10 a.m. St Matt's, West Pymble.
West Pymble at 10 a.m. or 9:20 for Bible study, and then 10 a.m. for our classes on Fridays.
On Fridays.
Yes.
Thank you to you both. Thank you to your teams. This is Northlight Loves in action. Pray for them, please.
Thank you.
Bye.